What's up guys, this is Sean and today we are in the Hyve Cyberjaya. Let's go! We are back to work after the MCO, right? And today Jay will be bringing us to the unit in the Hyve. And we are now located in one of the streets called Jalan Impact in Cyberjaya, next to the Prime Minister's office as well as MCMC. So it's a pretty high-ranking road lah. So we are now in the facility deck, and you can see there's the water areas, the swimming pools, right? And the decking system seems pretty cool. And the first thing that I really like, right, if you walk into the entrance itself, both of the residential units, right, as well as the clubhouse locates at the ground floor. Usually they will be elevated into a facility deck because they need to put up all the car parks, right? But this one, surprisingly, the car parks is actually downstairs, not at the ground floor. So that's pretty cool, very rare. And let's go check out the swimming pool first. Okay, so you can see that there's a lot of different pools with different depths, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 easily. And you get the barbecue pit at the side. Then you have the basketball court at the far end. And then you have the kids playground. Okay, and one observation, because of the age of the product, so you can really see like the choice of the tiles in the swimming pool is slightly larger. Right, the treatments are slightly outdated, but you can see the maintenance of landscapes, the grass, everything is still intact. And located next to the swimming pool will be the residence, one this side and one that side. I think in total it's at 700 over units, not very high. And that will be the community hall and the gym. Let's go check out the gym. This is how the gym looks like. The views of the treadmill will be facing the swimming pool area. So that will be the weights area. Just that now we can't go in because it's locked. And I better don't touch it lah. So access to the swimming pool area, right, are actually all covered throughout from the residence area, and that I really like. I think it somewhat looks like an afterthought, but I'm not sure. This is a debate lah, whether would you like ground floor car parks or actually basement car park, because your cars will be under the rise and shine. But these are for the visitors, right, located next to the units itself. And there are also some convenience stores and commercial areas. Some are florists, some are kedai serba nega, right? But what is really interesting, right? You look at all the office blocks, right? So those are the potential tenants. And that is the general refuse area. Okay, so for those units that actually stays here, they will indirectly get the smell. Indirectly lah. Lift lobby, this is what we see. You can see a lot of stains on the wall. I'm not sure why, and I like it. It's pretty cool that they make it pretty modern, how they indicate the floor levels. Okay, then you have that little small window behind. Lift lobby, pretty wide, so I think it's fine. As always, we'll check out the refuse chamber. Ventilated. Oh, got mosquito netting some more. Okay. So the light, sprinkler as well, water, rather clean, I think it's fine. Okay, and this is the joint between two different wings. There's one wing here, and there's another wing here. So I think all share this service lift. Okay, so in total, there's how many units here? 14, 16, 18 units. So with that connection between both wings at the central, right? So let's say these two lifts here not functioning for one wing, you can actually walk to the center side to share the other lift. So that's the benefit as well. But you need to compromise safety, so you will never know who actually comes to your unit. So the corridor width is very nice, 2.2 meters, and you have the foyer. And you look at the foyer space, it's so generous. Wow. Oh, it's 2 units. It's shared by 2 units. This corner seems rather wasted because after you open the door this way, right, then this side you don't usually put in any furniture or pay attention to, so it's roughly wasted. Then if you look into the ceiling height as well, there's actually a drop in the ceiling for all the utilities. I'm not sure why they want to drop that, maybe because of the sprinkler. And the reason why they have sprinkler all around is because it's commercial title. It's not a residential title. So let's put it out of the way, and since we are there, let's check out the specs first. Okay, so this unit, right, is 770 square feet, 3-bedroom unit, right? But the one is a rather small bedroom. So if for sale is around 380,000, the last transacted, but the rental here is going for 2,000. Now we are at the dining, right next to the foyer, and this is the living space. Okay, so that's Jay that actually shows us around in collaboration with Cozy Home. So if you guys want to look for fully furnished rooms for rental, right, just do check out their website. Okay, next to the living will be also your kitchen, and let's check out the specs. This will be your washer here, Alba, the fixed furnitures, cabinets, fridge, and that will be the rooms. The master bedroom will be here. There will be a queen size bed, right? Still a lot of space for your wardrobe. And if you look clearly, right, although I think the makeover guys did try to do a very good job on it, but then you can see, right, there's still the column and beam. But let's look into the view, and that's Shaftesbury, and there's a lot of greens in your window, so that's pretty awesome. You can see that the beams are not as tidy, and then you have the sprinklers all around. Let's go and check out the master bathroom. Full tiles up, nice. Okay, no shower screen. Let's check out the brand. Nairo. This one as well, the same Nairo. Okay, then that's about it. I think they put shower curtain only. Next to the dining, let's go check out the corridor. There's one bedroom on this side. This is the small bedroom. Problem is no window at all. I think most likely it's a utility room unless you want to put a small bed here. Next would be this shared toilet between this room and this room. Main observations in the toilets, right? I think basically it's the same. It's all Orin, WC and basin. You have your shower, no shower screen, but you look into the details of the workmanship, right? It's rather crude, and if you touch, right, it's very exposed, and from naked eye level, right, I can already see that it's not straight. Then if you observe some of the groutings between the door frame and the tiles, right, we are very used to shadow gap in all the projects that we visit. The joint, right, it's rather, it can be better lah. Then for flooring, is those anti-slip one, which is a bit more textured, so you can, yeah, it's textured tiles. That's something I like. Moving on to the third bedroom. This one is nice. This feels more like the master bedroom though. Right, you can see the queen size bed, the wardrobe. The ceiling height is nice in this space. Then you have the window panels and of course the view. But I'm actually distracted by the grout. The workmanship is not very nice. Anyway, let's look beyond that. So that's Putrajaya already at the far end. So that's Putrajaya all the way. And then this is MC, and this street, right, it's rather private. The Prime Minister's office is just at the corner here. And this building is only completed in 2015, but you can see the paints and the plasterings are already cracking at the facade areas. And again, you can find there's a sprinkler there, and that's the reason for all this boxing up again. That's why you need to hide off all the pipings using all ceilings like this. You just look at this door, right? There's so many angles already. The normal ceiling height is actually very high, you see. It's actually at 3 meters, maybe higher than that, but just because of the drop, again for the sprinkler, again for the utility areas, right? And the drop is 600 mm, so it's very deep. That's only 2.4 for your ceiling height, and you can feel that it's dwarfing you. Cyberjaya has that story of being that very first township with that plug-and-play system. It means also when developer comes here, they just need to build a building and they will just connect to whatever infrastructure that is available in the road. For example, your sewage, fiber, your water and electricity and etc. Because on a normal basis, developers are supposed to build and construct them themselves. It was supposed to be a high-tech township, and you can see a lot of amazing architectures. However, for the past few years, right, things didn't really happen. And then if you look into the population here, right, you won't feel as much because you can still see there's a lot of empty plot of land. However, if you look into the auction market, there's a lot of units from Cyberjaya. With that, let's go into Sean take 3 on 3. 3 things I really like. Number 1 is actually how peaceful the street is. And that also leads on to the ground floor level. Because of the topography of the land, right, you can see that the car park is going downwards. So that allows the second thing which I like. All units and facility deck is on ground floor. That actually reduces a lot of construction costs for the developer. Instead of building that usual birthday cake typology, right? You build the car park here, then you put the residential, then this car park top level, you actually put your swimming pool, right? Normal. But this one, ground floor, amazing. In the same direction, also if you come into the lift lobby, the width I like. The foyer is actually designed to be shared by 2 different units, and that is very smart. Unless both units owner come up together, then it's somewhat a bit weird. And last of all, point number 3 will be the low density lobby. When you come into the building, you don't feel as dwarfed by the number of units. Okay, 3 things I don't like. Number 1 is that this is an office building. I'm not even sure how this is actually allowed, right? That's why you can have very weird sprinklers in a unit, and with that sprinkler system, it affects the boxing of ceilings here and there, which affects the original height of the building. Number 2 would be the oversupply situation in Cyberjaya, and what is driving the demand is only the MNCs, where you have the DHL, Fujitsu, all the international companies, as well as the university. You have MMU here, Lim Kok Weng, but then the amount of apartments are higher, unfortunately. Last of all will be the workmanship. You can see that even by the naked eye, you can tell that the grouting between tiles, window and all, not very well done. This is a 2015 completed project and it's only 5 years, and you can already see the aging in the facade. There's cracks, there's stains. So I think that's all for this episode, right? The first episode when we are back from MCO, pretty cool, Cyberjaya, because I see a lot of demands for reviews for projects in Cyberjaya lah. So there you have it. Do I really like this project? I think the return is rather interesting, which means, right, the selling price is 390,000, 400,000, right, asking. Then the rental here can generate 2,000. I think at the peak it will be 2002, 2005, which is almost 5%. And that is very rare, especially in Cyberjaya. One thing to note also, Cyberjaya is very big, and in this part, right, it's rather central in the city area. So later we're going to check another unit later. If you really like this episode, like it, share it, and even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Ciao.
We lie, but we know we can't walk.